In a world where romantic relationships are often seen as the ultimate fulfillment, it's striking to discover that some of the most thoughtful and successful people choose to remain single. They aren't waiting for the perfect partner. Instead, they've discovered a profound truth that aligns with Stoic philosophy. True contentment comes from within. This powerful realization empowers them to live fully, independently, and on their own terms. Today, we delve into the reasons behind this choice, exploring how Stoicism's principles of self-sufficiency and inner peace guide their lives. Join me as we uncover the virtues of singlehood, not as a status, but as a deliberate path to personal growth and fulfillment. If you value the insights and conversations we're sharing here, a simple, free favor I could ask from you is to hit the subscribe button. Please stick with us throughout the video without skipping, as every part holds a piece of the puzzle to understanding this profound way of living. Reason number 1: high personal standards. First up, let's talk about why many brilliant people choose to remain single. Because they hold remarkably high standards for themselves and for those they might consider as partners. Right now, only a small fraction of you, just 2.6% to be exact, are subscribed to the Stoic Directions channel. But subscribing is just the beginning. To really help us reach more people, I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. It's not merely about seeking someone who ticks off a checklist of attributes. Instead, it's about finding a person who resonates on a deeper level, someone who embodies the core values of Stoicism: simplicity, integrity, and rationality. These are not just buzzwords. They are the pillars upon which they build their lives and, by extension, any relationships they choose to enter into. For those who align with Stoic principles, every relationship must be more than just companionship. It should be a partnership that enhances life rather than complicates it. They believe in cultivating relationships that foster both personal and collective growth, nurturing a bond that supports mutual achievement and personal development. This means looking for partners who are not only compatible in tastes or hobbies, but who share a profound philosophical alignment where both individuals say what truly matters in life. Insist light settling for less isn't an option. It's not about demanding perfection from a partner, but rather about not compromising on the essential aspects of one's philosophy of life. Stoicism teaches that tranquility and virtue are the highest goods. Therefore, a potential partner must contribute positively to these ends rather than detract from them. The high standards in question are thus about maintaining one's tranquility and pursuing virtue consistently. This approach might narrow the field, but it also means that any relationship formed is likely to be incredibly strong and enriching. Having high standards, according to Stoic thought, is about understanding that good relationships should be effortless in their complexities and enriching in their simplicity. A Stoic seeks a partner who understands that life's trials are better tackled with a shared ethos that values clarity, ethical living, and straightforwardness. Reason number 2: independence is key. For those who deeply connect with Stoic values, independence in life means having the freedom to make decisions based on one's own judgment and principles, without needing to compromise for the sake of another's desires or expectations. It's about maintaining control over one's own life and ensuring that every choice aligns with one's ethical and philosophical standards. This degree of autonomy allows them to pursue their true purpose and passions without distraction or deviation, which is why a romantic relationship might seem limiting rather than liberating. In a world where romantic entanglements often demand compromises and adjustments, maintaining one's independent streak can be challenging. Those who value their independence highly cherish the ability to pursue their aspirations and life goals uninhibited. They thrive on the freedom to explore, create, and grow individually. For Stoics, the ideal state is one where they are self-reliant and their happiness is not dependent on another person. This doesn't stem from a selfish desire to avoid sharing life's journey. Rather, it's about a deeper understanding that true contentment comes from within, not from external sources. Furthermore, this independence is not about rejecting the concept of relationships altogether, but about prioritizing personal growth and inner peace over societal expectations. Stoics believe in forming relationships that do not diminish their freedom, but rather respect and enhance their independence. This means that any potential relationship must meet the high standard of not only being loving and supportive, but also of allowing both individuals to remain true to their independent natures. By prioritizing independence, they're not just avoiding the potential pitfalls of romantic relationships. They're actively choosing a path that ensures their ability to live life on their own terms. This approach guarantees that they can dedicate themselves fully to their personal and philosophical pursuits, leading to a richer, more fulfilling life that is true to the Stoic ideal of self-sufficiency and personal integrity. Reason number 3, skeptical of relationship dynamics. This isn't about cynicism or a negative outlook on love. Rather, it's a carefully considered perspective shaped by observation and personal experience, deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to approach life with a clear-eyed view, encouraging us to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. This philosophy promotes emotional resilience and a practical approach to life's challenges, including relationships. For those who align with Stoic principles, there's often a keen awareness of the complexities and potential pitfalls that come with romantic relationships. They may have witnessed or experienced firsthand the emotional turbulence, conflicts, and even the disillusionment that can arise from mismatches in expectations, values, or life goals. Such observations lead them to question whether the traditional relationship model is as fulfilling or essential as society often portrays it to be. Moreover, Stoicism teaches the importance of self-contentment and finding peace within oneself rather than seeking it in external attachments or other people. This philosophical approach fosters a preference for maintaining one's emotional equilibrium and personal peace, which can be significantly harder to sustain in the dynamic give and take of a partnership. For those who are skeptical of relationship dynamics, the potential for emotional disturbance is often seen as a risk not worth taking, especially if they already feel complete and content in their solitude. This skepticism also extends to the effectiveness of relationships in meeting deep personal and philosophical needs. Stoics often seek a level of understanding and mutual respect that goes beyond surface-level attractions or common interests. They look for connections that are truly enriching and intellectually stimulating, with a strong foundation in shared values and ethical living. Reason number 4, unique lifestyles. For those who embody these lifestyles, whether they are minimalists, nomads, adventurers, or deeply committed to unusual artistic or humanitarian projects, the idea of living an unorthodox life is not just a preference, but a calling. Stoicism, with its emphasis on living in accordance with nature and focusing on what one can control, greatly influences their life choices. For these individuals, Stoicism isn't just philosophy. It's a practical guide to living. It teaches the importance of self-discipline and control over one's own responses to external circumstances. This aligns beautifully with lifestyles that require a significant level of independence and self-reliance. For example, consider the minimalist who finds deep joy in simplicity and the essential. Stoicism supports this by teaching that happiness comes not from external possessions, but from living in accordance with one's own virtues and values. Similarly, those who choose a nomadic life resonate with Stoicism's teachings about adaptability and the transient nature of external conditions. They move through the world, making homes wherever they go. This requires a profound ability to adjust and find contentment regardless of place or comfort, qualities that Stoicism strengthens by valuing flexibility and resilience. These unique lifestyles often demand a level of commitment and personal conviction that can be difficult to reconcile with the compromises inherent in romantic relationships. Relationships typically involve meshing two lives together, which can require sacrifices and adjustments that may dilute or conflict with the unconventional paths these individuals have chosen. The Stoic pursuit of personal ethical integrity and the desire to live authentically can thus make relationships seem restrictive or even contrary to their philosophical goals. Moreover, Stoicism teaches the value of personal autonomy and the pursuit of individual virtue, further reinforcing the decision to remain single. For someone deeply committed to a path less traveled, the independence to make choices perfectly aligned with Stoic values is crucial. It is not that these individuals oppose sharing their lives. Rather, their chosen paths demand such a high degree of integrity and alignment that finding a compatible partner who not only understands, but genuinely shares these values can be exceptionally challenging. Reason number 5, career commitments. For many brilliant minds, their professional pursuits are not merely jobs, they are callings that demand a significant portion of their energy, focus, and time. This deep commitment to career is often influenced by Stoic philosophy, which values discipline, purpose, and the pursuit of excellence in one's chosen field. Stoicism teaches the importance of living according to one's nature, which for some means following a path deeply rooted in professional ambition. Whether they are entrepreneurs striving to launch a startup, academics dedicated to groundbreaking research, or artists immersed in perfecting their craft, the single-minded pursuit of excellence becomes a central part of their identity and life satisfaction. This intense focus aligns with the Stoic ideal of virtue and excellence in all endeavors. In such cases, the demands of a high-flying career can often leave little room for maintaining a romantic relationship. The time and energy required to build and sustain a successful career can conflict with the commitments needed to nurture a relationship. For Stoics, who are taught to approach life with rationality and practicality, the decision to remain single can be a strategic choice that allows them to focus on their career without the distraction or emotional upheaval that relationships can sometimes bring. Furthermore, Stoicism promotes the idea of self-sufficiency and personal contentment, which can be particularly appealing to those who are deeply career-oriented. For them, fulfillment comes from achieving their professional goals and living up to their own standards of success rather than seeking happiness through relationships. This isn't to say that they shun human connection, but rather that they find their deepest satisfaction in accomplishments that advance their professional life. Moreover, the Stoic practice of keeping external desires minimal helps reinforce the decision to prioritize career over personal relationships. Reason number 6, valuing financial autonomy. Many individuals choose to stay single because they cherish the freedom to manage their finances without the complexities that often come with intertwining them in a relationship. This preference for financial independence isn't just about money. It's about maintaining a sense of self-determination and personal power, themes that are central to Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to value autonomy and the ability to live according to our own principles, and this extends into the realm of financial management. For Stoics, the ability to control one's financial destiny is crucial. It is not merely about accumulating wealth, but about preserving the freedom to make choices aligned with one's values and life goals without compromise. Financial autonomy allows individuals to make decisions that best support their growth and development, rather than adjusting to accommodate a partner's financial habits or priorities. Moreover, financial independence is often seen as a form of self-reliance, which Stoicism holds in high regard. The Stoic strives for an internal state of tranquility and freedom, something more easily achieved when one is not financially dependent on or obligated to another. This independence is especially appealing to those who have witnessed or experienced the strain that financial disagreements can place on relationships. Managing one's finances independently minimizes potential conflicts and enhances the ability to live free from the distress and disruption such disagreements can cause. Additionally, for those dedicated to following a Stoic path, financial autonomy supports the pursuit of virtue in its broadest sense. It allows them to allocate resources in ways that align with their ethical and philosophical goals, whether that means investing in personal development, contributing to meaningful causes, or sustaining a lifestyle that reflects their deepest convictions about what is good and meaningful. Choosing to maintain financial independence also reflects a practical and rational approach to life's uncertainties. Reason number 7, fulfillment in platonic relationships. For those who resonate with Stoic ideals, there is a recognition that friendships and family bonds can be incredibly fulfilling. These relationships offer stability, reliability, and a depth of understanding often untethered to the complexities and fluctuations of romantic love. In Stoicism, the emphasis is on self-development and striving toward personal virtue. Friends who support this journey are not just companions. They are fellow travelers on the path of growth. These relationships offer insight and constructive challenge, pushing one toward greater self-awareness and improvement, directly aligned with the Stoic goal of living virtuously. This dynamic fosters community and support without the dependencies that can sometimes accompany romantic relationships. Moreover, Stoics value the tranquility that comes from a well-ordered life, and platonic relationships often provide emotional support without the turmoil romantic relationships can entail. The absence of romantic drama allows these friendships to offer peaceful companionship, conducive to maintaining the inner calm and rational focus that Stoicism teaches us to cultivate. The freedom within platonic relationships is highly prized in Stoicism, which emphasizes independence and self-sufficiency. These bonds respect personal boundaries and individual pursuits, allowing deep engagement when together while also providing space for reflection and growth when apart. This balance is ideal for those who prioritize personal development and philosophical integrity, qualities that can sometimes be more difficult to sustain within the emotional intensity of a romantic relationship. Reason number 8. Pursuit of unconventional goals. For those who live by Stoic principles, life is not about following a predetermined path, but about forging one's own, guided by personal conviction and unique aspiration. This often leads to goals that deviate from societal norms, whether in career, lifestyle, or personal development. Stoicism teaches us to live in accordance with our own nature and principles. For many, this means dedicating themselves to unconventional pursuits that may not align easily with the expectations of a traditional relationship. Whether it's committing to an artistic endeavor that requires irregular schedules and long periods of solitude, or devoting oneself to humanitarian causes in distant parts of the world. These pursuits demand a level of dedication that can be difficult to reconcile with the demands of a conventional romantic partnership. The Stoic values self-sufficiency and the pursuit of personal virtue above all else. For those driven by uncommon goals, the path to fulfillment may not naturally include traditional partnership. Their ambitions require flexibility and focused self-direction, qualities that can be harder to maintain in relationships where compromise and shared decision-making are central. Stoicism also emphasizes control over one's own destiny. For many, this control is best exercised independently, allowing full immersion in their pursuits without distraction. Furthermore, Stoicism promotes indifference to societal pressure and external opinion. This empowers those with unconventional goals to pursue their passions without seeking validation through marriage or romantic attachment. Fulfillment, in this view, comes not from conforming to expectation, but from living in alignment with one's deepest convictions. The Stoic pursuit of tranquility and inner peace often aligns more naturally with a lifestyle centered on individual purpose. Reason number 9. Learning from past experiences. Stoicism encourages us to treat past experiences not as anchors that hold us back, but as lessons that propel us forward. For many, previous relationships have provided profound insight into what truly matters and how they wish to live. Whether involving heartbreak, betrayal, or simply diverging life paths, these experiences serve as essential learning moments. They reveal which dynamics are misaligned and highlight the importance of remaining true to oneself. For those guided by Stoic principles, every experience becomes an opportunity for growth. Past relationships often teach that compatibility must extend beyond shared interests to shared philosophy and values. True companionship demands alignment in outlook and life direction, a realization that can lead some to choose singlehood intentionally. This choice is not about avoiding pain. It is about embracing a life aligned with Stoic values, rationality, self-sufficiency, and emotional resilience. Past experiences also reveal how deeply relationships can impact emotional stability and peace of mind. Stoicism teaches the importance of preserving tranquility, free from unnecessary disturbance. Those who choose singlehood after such experiences often do so to safeguard their inner calm, something they have learned is more easily maintained in independence. This does not mean they permanently reject love or companionship. Rather, they become more discerning, ensuring that any future relationship aligns with their philosophy, goals, and commitment to inner peace. Additionally, Stoicism advocates accepting what we cannot change and learning to adapt to life's circumstances with grace and fortitude. Learning from past experiences often means recognizing when it is wise to change one's approach to relationships altogether. Choosing singlehood as a form of empowerment and a testament to one's capacity for self-growth and adaptation. Reason number 10, the joy of solitude. Stoicism teaches the value of self-sufficiency and finding contentment within oneself. Solitude, therefore, is seen not merely as a physical state, but as a mental and emotional space where one can engage deeply with their thoughts, reflect on their life's direction, and cultivate inner virtues without the distractions often introduced by constant social interaction. For those who find joy in solitude, this time alone is essential for maintaining mental clarity, emotional balance, and philosophical integrity. In solitude, Stoics find the freedom to explore their thoughts and emotions in depth, to understand their true nature, and to align their actions more closely with their values. This alignment is crucial, as Stoicism places high importance on living a life congruent with one's ethical beliefs. Solitude allows for introspection unimpeded by the immediate demands of others. It provides the space to critically assess one's choices and plan future actions based on reasoned deliberation rather than impulsive feelings. Moreover, the quiet of solitude is often viewed as a sanctuary from the noise of the world. In these moments, those who cherish solitude discover a profound peace that can be elusive amid the bustle of everyday social interactions. They value the opportunity to engage in activities that bring personal fulfillment, reading, writing, meditating, or pursuing hobbies that require concentration and calm. These activities are not mere pastimes. They are essential elements of their Stoic practice, cultivating virtues such as patience, perseverance, and mindfulness. The joy of solitude also includes the appreciation of nature and the external world through quiet observation, a distinctly Stoic exercise. Observing the world without constant interaction fosters a deeper appreciation of life's beauty and a clearer understanding of one's place within it. This contemplative perspective strengthens their sense of connection to the world, not through noise or performance, but through thoughtful awareness. As we conclude today's exploration of the profound choices that shape a Stoic's path toward solitude, remember this: embracing singlehood is not simply about being alone. It is about being complete within oneself, fortified by the virtues that define a truly fulfilled life. As we wrap up this inspiring video, I have an exciting announcement to share with you. Right now, our team at Autobiography Studio has set an ambitious goal, reaching 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And as the saying goes, a goal without a plan is just a wish. That is where you come in, my friends. I invite each and every one of you to join the Autobiography Studio movement and help us reach this incredible milestone.